Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. The National Business Initiative chose its destiny and since has been on the road to achieving its purpose, that of a voluntary group of leading businesses acting as a collective, working collaboratively with government in support of shaping a sustainable future for growth and development in South Africa. NBI focuses on various key areas which are a priority for sustainability in South Africa, which include environmental sustainability such as climate change, water and energy efficiency, and socio-economic sustainability such as skills development, the United Nations Global Compact, and the Eastern Cape Education Development Trust, with other projects in the pipeline. The achievements on the road to success were realized through strategic projects, partnerships, and policy engagement, working together for a sustainable future. The list of achievements on NBI's journey is substantial. Here are some of the highlights over the 20 years of NBI's existence. The first achievement was on the 9th of March 1995, when former President Nelson Mandela launched the NBI by amalgamating the strengths of the Urban Foundation and the consultative business movement.
Launched by President Mandela, and it was established at that point in time in 1995 to try and find a way that the business community could support the development of democracy in South Africa.
The NBI was determined to promote increased economic growth and to reduce poverty and inequality. To achieve this, one of the objectives that NBI focused on was skills development, and through its Education Policy Unit, they provided significant input into shaping the South African Schools Act. NBI then established the Business Against Crime organization, which became a formidable force in helping government re-engineer the criminal justice system. Together with Treasury, the NBI's Public-Private Partnerships program was developed, enhancing the capacity of local authorities to use the skill, finance and management of the private sector to improve infrastructure development. Later on, in 1997, the NBI developed the Education Quality Improvement Partnerships program, known as EQUIP, that focused on the quality of teaching and learning in South African classrooms. This program touched over 2.5 million learners in 450 disadvantaged schools. NBI's focus on skills development was evident in their achievements over the next couple of years. The NBI conceptualized, managed, and implemented the Business Trust to focus on job creation through tourism and human capacity development, through schooling and skills development, with a funding target of 1 billion rand over 5 years. Further to this, in 1999, the NBI's Housing Delivery Support Team contributed to the Accelerated Housing Delivery Program by the South African government, whereby 1 million housing opportunities were created. One of NBI's concerns has always been the challenges surrounding small, medium, and micro enterprises. In 1999, NBI was appointed the managing agent of the 12 million rand Millennium Development Fund. The objective of the fund was to support manufacturing enterprises and build capacity in SMME service providers in the Northwest Province. By the turn of the century, the Enterprise Business Plan competition was implemented, which identified those who had the potential to start, manage, and grow a successful business. Later, the NBI initiated the Enterprise Linkages Initiative to promote collective action by large enterprises for the development of small and medium enterprises, which is now an independent organization, the South African Supplier Diversity Council. In 2000, they founded the 100 million rand Colleges Collaboration Fund, funded by the Business Trust and used to establish an effective and market-related technical college system, increasing capacity from 250,000 to 450,000 learners. In 2003, a new era began for NBI with a focus on the environment, energy efficiency, and climate change. The NBI became the regional partner of the WBCSD for South Africa in 2003 and has since begun to link global business debates and focus on issues such as energy and climate to the South African context. With this new focus on environment, the NBI still remained committed to skills development. The College Industry Partnership, a byproduct of the College Collaboration Fund, kicked off in 2004. The partnership was aimed at building constructive partnerships between colleges and specific industry sectors, enabling learners to obtain skills for occupational qualifications. In 2005, the NBI facilitated the signing of the Energy Efficiency Accord between 31 leading corporates and industry associations and the Department of Minerals and Energy. This commitment was reinforced a year later when more leaders joined the initiative, bringing the total number of signatories to 40. Later on, the Energy Efficiency Leadership Network was born as a successor to the Energy Efficiency Accord. The NBI conceptualized and was appointed as GIPSA Secretariat, a high-level 3-year partnership comprising of government, business, organized labor, academia, research organizations, and civil society. Its focus was to identify priority skills and resolve blockages to the development of these skills. NBI partnered with Insight Sustainability to bring the Carbon Disclosure Project to South Africa. This project has provided decisive benchmarking for the participation of JSE-listed entities with regard to their carbon emission levels. This enabled companies to be prepared for the environmental legislation, which is an example of the remarkable benefits that being an NBI member has. In 2007, NBI became the South African focal point for the United Nations Global Compact Local Network in South Africa, an international initiative launched to promote responsible business practice in human rights, labor relations, the environment, and anti-corruption.
So, we produced in the Global Compact, we have these 10 principles, and they are the absolute core of the Global Compact, principles which cover human rights, the environment, working conditions, labor, and lastly, but extremely importantly, corruption. And people sign up to these principles. Businesses read them, they think this sounds terrific, and they sign up. But of course, these are high-level principles, and it's not enough just to sign up. You have to do more than that. And when a business signs up, they commit to report every year publicly on what they're doing to address each of these principles.
One of the key areas that we've worked in the last couple of years is the area of climate change. We anchor the Carbon Disclosure Project in South Africa. And in the run-up to COP17, we are working to try and ensure that the voice of business is heard so that the interests of business and the interests of business in a sustainable future and the perspectives of business around climate change are carried forward into that process.
At COP17, the NBI launched the Energy Efficiency Leadership Network, which included a public efficiency pledge of more than 45 corporations committed to energy efficiency. Today, EELN can be proud to say it has 58 committed signatories. The NBI, with the funding and support from the UK Department for International Development, launched the Private Sector Energy Efficiency Programme to provide tools and guidance in efforts to improve energy efficiency in South Africa's private sector. Going forward, the NBI is seeking to develop a series of informal, quiet conversations to build trust, to enable the tough issues to be tackled between government and business, but also between business and other actors in society. The NBI, through its achievements and learnings, has presented a powerful business case for companies to take seriously their positions as meaningful players in the society within which they operate. Although NBI has endured many challenging roads and still has many difficult lessons to learn, their journey is clearly defined in shaping a sustainable future. The NBI is committed to finding solutions to sustainability and implementing these collectively with business, alongside all sectors of society and government.